who was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's, which changed his life forever. So we're very honored to have you here, and thank you for being part of it.
Thank you, Ms. Gasby. Good morning, everyone. The reason I'm here is because when Maria Shriver asked me to participate last year, and having met her at a Us Against Alzheimer's, we talked about her dad, and my dad believed that he was one of the 21st century pillars of what made this country great. So I'm here today on behalf of not only Maria, but her dad, Sergeant Shriver. I'm also here on behalf of my best friend. If I could have developed a prototype of who I would want as my wife, it was the person I've had for the last quarter century, Barbara, better known as B. Smith. I'm here today because I'm a caregiver. I'm here today because, like what Christopher and Natasha said, every 66 seconds someone has the diagnosis of Alzheimer's. But what people don't really understand about that, and that 5.2 million people who are currently suffering, is that for every one person that has Alzheimer's, 3 people are caring for that person. So that means there are 15 million people currently suffering from Alzheimer's by virtue of being a caregiver. And the strain, the stress, the toll that it takes on a person who has Alzheimer's is unbearable. I've been fortunate to have the means and the wherewithal to mitigate everything. But when I've traveled around the country, wrote a book called Before I Forget, and we talk to people and we hug people, and you meet someone who is 45 or 50 years old, and you realize that for the next 10, 20, or even 30 years, their family is going to be burdened with the financial responsibilities. You understand how important it is. You know, as both Christopher and Natasha said, it's a woman's disease. It's a civil rights issue. 2 out of 3 are women. Blacks and Latinos are twice as likely to have it. The cost of care can range anywhere from $50,000 in a small city to over $100,000. So it can break the back of a family. It can take people away from their homes. It can take college educations away from family members or grandchildren. It is devastating. And when you live with it, it's a 24/7, 365, non-stop situation. You can't negotiate Alzheimer's. You can't make someone do what they should do. But what you have to do is to provide them with safety, provide them with dignity, and provide them with a loving environment. And I say to everyone here today who's here, let me just tell you what's really important in life. The only true wealth, because money don't care who spends it. Money moves with or without you. The only true wealth is good health. Your brain is everything. What Maria is trying to do, what the Moving for Minds people are doing, is bringing not only awareness, but telling you what's good for the heart is good for the brain. What you're doing today, your ambassadors, you need to understand, it's still the single best thing to stave off Alzheimer's is exercise. And so don't stop. You're out here because you know many of you are in a club like Maria and I and her family. When you know what that is, when you've had to love someone who cursed you out or got up and ran away, or every morning is a period of hell, and then 20 minutes later they're saying they love you, and you're on an emotional roller coaster, and people tell you there are good days and bad days. No, there are good moments and there are tough, terrible, time-consuming, back-breaking, unrelenting days. So what you're doing today makes a difference. What Maria, what Moving for Minds is doing is making a difference. We need more funding. We live in the greatest country in the world. We have the scientists, we have the abilities, but what we don't have, and what we haven't done, and what Moving for Minds is doing at this grassroots level, is taking the infrastructure of what we're about, coming together as a community, all different people, and saying, let's move it through more financial research, medical research, because we can lift this thing. So I just want to remind you one thing. Enjoy every minute of your life. You don't know who and when this could strike. But I think right now we're at a point with what's been done here and what we're doing around the country to make a significant difference. And sometime in the next couple of years, we're going to break through. So please continue to fight. And I want to thank you for that.